Well, the Leafs end 2025 on a winning note. This afternoon, a 1 p.m. puck drop there at Scotiabank Arena against the New York Islanders. And hey, you get the dub. 2024 is over. Well, shortly. And I hope everybody has a safe and happy New Year's Eve. And if you haven't joined the page, let's try and make 2025 amazing by hitting that subscribe button and joining the crew. Now, yet again, the Leafs don't score a lot. Their goaltending and defense were good, and you win a hockey game. 3-1 against the Islanders, 2-1 with an empty netter. Sorokin was really good in the net. Joseph Woll, after a little bit of a scare there in the second period, he doesn't get up, and you're like, oh, good. Oh, boy, Joe, get up, bud. And he does, and he plays the rest of the game, and he actually does very well. And the Leafs, as I mentioned, propelled to the victory. They had a shot 31-25. But Joseph Woll was outstanding. 1 goal on 31 shots today. He was magnificent. But it all starts in the very first period. With late in the first period, may I add, Chris Tanev gets the puck behind the net, or fires the puck behind the net. And Nylander gets it. And if you watch the slow-mo, Nylander kind of chips it around the defender and then jumps. I don't know how to describe it along the boards. But if you haven't seen it, go have a look at it. Just a really nice move from Willie. Centers it to David Kampf, who now has 2 goals on the season at 17:54 the first period. The Leafs are in front. It's 1-0. Shots on goal were 9-7 in favor of the Islanders in the first period, and nothing more. We go to the second period. JP Pajot buries a nice little cross crease one-timer. I think Barzell or Dobson, or one of the two guys, fired it across to him. No chance for a Wall. It's a nice play. It's 1-1. Not great. However, 16 seconds after that, the Leafs get out of their own end, and it's passed up to Steven Lorentz. Again, Steven freaking Lorentz. Where is he from? The Kitchener, Ontario boy. And he one-hand windmills around the defender. Who was that? Was that 24? Whoever the hell 24 was. Is that Pellick? No, he's number 3. I want to say it was Scott Mayfield, wasn't it? Yeah, Scott Mayfield. One-hand windmill, gets it by him, comes down and roofs a wrister. High glove on Sorokin. A gorgeous finish for Steven Lorentz. His 4th goal on the season. And look at the assists from Ryan Reeves and Connor Dewar. The 4th line getting it done 16 seconds after you give up the lead. You regain the advantage. And obviously, they didn't look back from there. They outshot the Islanders 13-12 in the second period. And in the third period, as they started to get desperate, shots were 10-5 in favor of the Islanders, including that breakaway chance that Joseph Woll made that great stop. Riley tried to dive and make the play, couldn't do so. And then Joe made the great stop. And then Pacioretty gets a tripping penalty. Now, first off, I don't know why he was getting, tag teamed. It was weird. He gets tripped up, he gets up, overcomes with a Dobson, and then overcomes Barzell, and they're all starting to knock him around. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Maybe it's because Pacioretty, who did he destroy earlier in the game? Something like that, but it was pretty brutal stuff, and I was like, that's pretty ugly, and I'm shocked they didn't get another 2-minute penalty, but regardless, Leafs on the power play, and we all know what happens when you get a power play. You get an offensive zone face-off. So, Patrick Waugh thought, screw it, let's pull the goal. Let's pull the goaltender when we're down a man. So now we'll be 5-on-5, but a face-off in our own end with an empty net. If that ain't risky, I don't know what is. Leafs keep the puck in. Nice little play from Marner and Nylander to get it over to John Tavares, who buries it into the empty cage for his 19th of the year at 19:27 of the third period. Like I mentioned, Willie Nylander and Mitch Marner grab assists on that goal, and the Leafs win it 3-1 over the Islanders tonight. They outshot 10-5 in the third, 31-25 for the game, but who cares? You have the better goaltender, you got timely goals, and it is what it is, right? Leafs were 1 for 4 in the power play. I mean, I guess an empty netter, sure, go for it. They were 0 for 1 on their power play. The Leafs continue to kill off penalties at a really good rate this season. And key players today, obviously Joseph Woll, 1 goal on 31 shots. Just a magnificent game for him today. Steven Lorentz, a goal and a +1. David Kampf hit a goal and a +1. Have that, eh? Other than John Tavares' empty netter, the goal scorers today are David Kampf and Steven Lorentz. They combined for 6 goals this year. It's crazy. But hey, great to see the depth step up today, especially when Austin Matthews officially hits IR. I think that's just because they get some more, cap flexibility and roster flexibility. Because they brought up, I think it was Marshall Refi they brought up as well. So we'll see what happens moving forward. But regardless, you got the win today to close out 2025. Tavares gets the goal. He was actually a -1. But Nylander, 2 assists and a +1. Connor Dewar, Chris Tanev, Ryan Reeves, and Mitch Marner all had assists in the game. They were crazy. And Matthew Nyes, honestly, a lot of talk has been about him not being great recently. And he hasn't been. I thought he was great today, though. Was a +1, had 5 shots on goal. Had that one called off because Willie Nylander's just kind of chilling in the blue paint. But I thought he was much, much better today. But moving forward, right, with the win, the Leafs record is now 23-13-2 on the season. And the next matchup for the boys in blue and white is on Tuesday, where they go to Long Island to take on the Islanders. And John Tavares going to have a blast. We'll see how it goes, though. 7:30 puck drop there on Thursday night as the Leafs look to win back-to-back games against the New York Islanders, all right? And you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the game today, because, hey, gotta love it. Hit that like button, do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, you guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys very shortly. And I mean very shortly. Raptors edition. Yeah, enough said. I'll explain that in a minute. If you haven't seen the score already, go check it out and then watch the video. It's pretty funny stuff. And for the Leafs, as I mentioned, next time in Long Island against the Islanders, 7:30 puck drop there on Thursday night. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the dub today. Talk to you guys then.